Hi everybody, how are you? Marge Cohen here, and today we're going to look at this amazing deck called Orchid Healing Cards. It comes in a two-part box, and the deck is separated, so I don't keep it in the box. And there are 135 cards in this deck, and the descriptions are by Don Dennis and Brito Babapule, and the photos are by Don Dennis. So, and what I did is I was inspired while I was putting this deck together in order. I pulled out all my flower essences. I have a lot, or a fair amount, that have kind of been in the closet for like 10 years. So I pulled them all out. Maybe I'll show them to you now real quickly just so you can get a sense. There's several different lines here. And these are really pretty. And so I just thought I'd get these out for kind of like some inspiration so you could actually see some flower essences. And okay, so let's get to the deck. So there's a few intro cards, and this talks about their orchids, and there's the website. This shows some acknowledgments, and here's a picture of an essence being made. So the flower essences are energetic imprints of the flower in water, and I've never seen it done this way. This is fascinating. I've seen it where the flower is put in the water, but here they're pouring water over it. And so maybe to keep the flower fresh, I'm not sure, but the energetic signature or imprint goes into the water. And this entire deck is orchids. So there's a couple cards of how to use the cards, and they offer several different ways. Put them on the floor, pick which ones you like, kinesiology, multiple different ways. Then there's a bunch of really interesting cards with these very interesting kind of unusual minor chakras. So it correlates the orchids with different body parts, and these are pretty complicated. I do not understand these, but you can see that this is a pretty detailed system. So there's a bunch of these, and then this sympathetic and sympathetic P actually refers to a couple cards. Maybe I'll keep that aside, and we'll look at that if we get to those cards, because I'm not going to show every card. There's, what did we say, 153? This shows how just different healing things that can happen, how you may think you're addressing one thing and something else will show up, or you won't have the right response you think you're going to get, and it's because you're getting something that's hidden, shadow aspect. So these cards, they all have different backs. The descriptions are right on the cards, and then there's photos on the backs. So some of these are single orchids, and some of these, like this one, is a collection. It's a combination. And so these, I find this deck really, really interesting. They work on very specific emotional things, energetic things in the auric field. Like, let's see, this one, working primarily on the mental body centers, excellent for stress and fatigue. Tension held in the brain stem, provides relief in the frontal lobes. Crown chakra opens to new clarity. So I'm not sure exactly how they get the meanings. I put them in order going from A to Z, but I'm wondering, I'd rather show you the pictures, but I don't, so they're really, really, really beautiful. And they have very interesting names, like this one is Base Regulator. Some of them are in series. You'll see as we get through some of them. So the way I use these is I just go through them and I pick the ones I'm drawn to. I mean, look at that. Just so beautiful. Being in the here and now. So here we've got being in time. Here we've got being present. Good for jet lag. Is that a combination one? Yeah, it looks like two different flowers. Being in time and walking to Earth's rhythm. So it's a combination of this flower, and you could see it right there, and walking to the Earth's rhythm. So that one is all the way back in W. We'll see if we'll get to that one. It would take a really long time to go through every card, but I mean, you could see they're just really, really, really beautiful. And I want to show you, oh, this one's like a whole garden. I want to show you, look at that. I want to show you some of the series. A couple of them are horizontal. Carnival. I want to show you some of the, okay, so here, this is like a series. So we've got Celestial Defender, which has these two flowers. And then there's Celestial Siren, Celestial Triangle. Okay, so there's those three. Some of them build on each other, like it'll have one, and the next one will have that one, and another one. Like they'll group together. You'll see. Okay, let's see. I mean, look at this. This is a collection. Look at this. Whew. There are times when we have to address deeply held or especially challenging energies. Clearing and releasing combinations. Really beautiful. Coming home. I mean, look at this. And so they say you can even put these right on the body, like on the different chakras. I haven't tried that. The Defender series. Okay, let's see. Is there a bunch of Yeah, okay. So here's a bunch that are different Defender ones. The Defender series. Group of essences which have been made with Defender from the Dark. There are many facets of psychic protection. So these next bunch is going to be all this Defender series, and these build on each other. So this one has these two flowers, Defend and Protect. This one has this one, okay. It actually goes this other way. This has this one, and then it adds another one. There's two. Defend, Protect, and Purify. So now there's three. Defender from the Dark. This is a slightly different combination. This one is in all of these Defender cards. And they're just, when you look at these descriptions, they're just very specific. I could spend like 2 hours doing this deck. Like we could spend 20 minutes just on those Defender, this whole Defender series, the difference between these, there's 5 of them. There's a few that in particular that I want to show you. There's just, I mean, 150. Should I do them the other way? No, I want them this way because they're in order this way. Here, look. These are related. Gentle Geisha and Gentle Sleep. You can see they've got some flowers in common. This one has 3 flowers, and this one has 4. It's added 1. This one has this extra one. So we've got this one's good for sleep. Almost the yin opposite of double espresso. Excellent for unwinding at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, look how calming these are. Really beautiful. So you could see some of them are single, some of them are combos. And this one has a lot. This one has like 6 different flowers. Aren't these? I hope you're liking these. I think they're so pretty. I haven't used this in a while. I have to figure out where to keep this deck because I don't like keeping it in the box because it's a split box, and I like keeping the deck all together. Yeah, there's some that, most of them have black backgrounds, but there's a couple that have purple, lavender. Here's one that's a moss. And then, let's see, maybe what I'll do, because there's some at the end that are a totally different thing, and I want to keep them, I want to show you them after. These are a totally different thing, but I'm going to flip it around so that you see the picture first. So it's a little more interesting that way. So we'll be going back from the end of the alphabet. These are together. One just has a little bit of gold. See that little bit of gold? What is this one for? Between the brows. Oh my God, we're at 13. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Winged messenger helps you manifest your goals. That's just really beautiful. That's beautiful, huh? Voice of courage. That's the 3rd chakra. Look at this. So some of them have, there's a couple that have little extra things. This has Kuan fluorite. Is this unconditional snuggles? Yes, look at this. Unconditional snuggles. Good for children at any time. Isn't that cute? This is one of my favorites. Look at these. So these all go together. These two. What do we got? Temple of Light and Temple of Light. So I think these match up with some of the, not positive, but I think these match up with some of the points on the cards that have those diagrams. Let me see. There's one called Temple of Light. Okay, it's that. Let's see. Okay, it's not on that. Oh, Temple of Light. Here, yeah. Right there. Okay. Temple of Light 5. So that's that one. Temple of Light 5 goes right to the side of the head. Energetic shift of Temple of Light is not sustained. Interesting, huh? So some of these match up with these diagrams. And of course, there's a lot more to this deck than I understand. So, you know, I'm just kind of showing it to you. Beautiful, huh? Oh, this has something extra, doesn't it? Where's that little circle? Oh, it's got Child's Play. There's a card, I'll show you in a bit, that has this Child's Play. That's so interesting. Yeah, see that heart? I'm going to show you that in a little bit. There's these special cards that are at the back we're going to get to right now. Okay, so then at the back, there's these kind of extra, just different cards. All of these that I showed you so far say Living Tree Orchid essences, and these say different things. Like this says Living Tree essences. So this was made from tuning forks. This essence was made from tuning forks. That's interesting. And then there's a crystal one, Phantom Quartz. So there's this bunch that's not orchids. Quanian fluorite. Remember we saw this in one of the other cards? There's amethyst. For some reason these are separate because it's a flower, living isle flower essences. These are separate from the living tree. These were in the deck separately at the back. 24 karat gold. Gold essence from the Ankh. And here's the inner child, the Child's Play card. Isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever seen? So there you have a look at the Orchid healing cards. You could get this on Amazon. And hope you enjoyed this. And what I may do, I'm deciding, is I may do another video showing you all these different flower essences and going through about 20 different flower essence lines besides the Bach essences, because there's a lot of different lines out there. Okay, hope you liked these cards.